Picked up the bristleback trail. Looks like they stampeded out of a mine at
The mine? How could a herd of
I'm not sure, but Ulvin's workers were using explosives to tap the tunnels and...
For the love of Dawn, I told him it wasn't worth the risk. Those tunnels, they run for miles underground, even beyond the Daunt. No, you don't think.
That Ulvin's blasting opened up a passage from the other side?
Perhaps. Yes, perhaps. If this is true, we need confirmation. An inquiry. So thorough, so irrefutable, endorsed by the Savior.
All right, I'll keep looking. How does blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks help Ulvin get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears, and claiming that the Karja loosed the Oseram laborers into, well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun. Even with the Valley working, Ulvund hopes he can stir up enough resentment against...
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is...
Correct.
I need to go.
Of course.
If I'm gonna find out where the bristlebacks came from, I need to head further west. Another reason to get the embassy going? The way to Barren Light is clear. Get moving.
You're not errant vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain
When
says...
I've cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have.
Okay.
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
I'm off to Barren Light Wadis. Like Aloy said, Captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
Well, now that that's done, the embassy can finally get underway. If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence, Hades, maybe even a Gaia backup. Guess I could head straight for Barren Light. Or poke around the Daunt some more first. And maybe take Petra up on that drink.
Come for that beer after all, eh? Get a pint. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
Ha! There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this place running again. But we still got Olvin grating the gears about his If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sun to come all this way enduring
Shadow Carja refugees. What are they doing in the dump?
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest, and therein lies the problem. A Stormbird crashed up on the cliffs, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. Never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Carja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talon. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But really... What about the rebuilding out at Barren Light? Figured they could use it. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah, besides, someone's got...
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Carja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Carja for one. At least, not anymore. They're some other brand of sun-crazed. But whatever side of the sun they're on, don't seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just...
So they're just camped outside by a blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for... what, exactly?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you that should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Toland Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep.
Who is this Tolland Cleanbroker?
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Got a shop here in town. Lived in Chainscrape since there was a... He and Ulvin go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
So Tolland works for Ulvin?
Ha! Ulvin might think so, but Talon scrapes up his own scams. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
So about Ulvund.
Around here, everything's about Ulvund.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Carja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Ulvund?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Carja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Carja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvund has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt.
You're a pig. Blasted things, those bristlebacks. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again. That put a dent in Ulvin's plans. Now, if only there were some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
But how could bristlebacks in the Daunt help Ulvin?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Ulvin has taken to blaming the Karja for them. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his He's been trying to...
About that.
Now there's a spark.
I'm working on it.
By the forge.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the...
Much appreciated.
Petra said Tarland has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
I'm sorry, I'll be right with you.
Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad idea.
It's a weapon! Kill is the point.
Not if it blows the user's arm!
Where are we? So, you look like someone who's always searching for a new...
Actually,
But you're just nuts! I am with a customer!
I'm not a customer.
I got it! Triple the powder. It'll blow a Strider sky high. Ba-boom! One shot kill, guaranteed.
Maybe I am.
Then you are in the right...
How would you like to be the proud owner of the world?
Explosive, done and yet perfectly safe, javelin thrower.
Are you two from around here?
Nah, the claim. Dad sent us out west in search of some...
Sounds like you had other ideas.
Let's just say that opening another trading post isn't how I want to make my mark in this world. I imagine traveling alone must be nice.
So, she's your partner?
My apprentice and my sister. She's why we're out here. There was an incident.
Involving...
Ba-boom! And precious homebrew. He shipped us out the next day.
Huh. Tell me more about this.
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some cars, but coming out here, Mimi and I am on the brink of vastly improving the tool's art. Whereas I will perfect...
I can use machine parts to enhance...
Well, Boomer here is adamant that enhancing the project, namely with explosive tip. Boomsticks.
Why not both?
That. I need the parts to make the first working model. Well, for starters, I'll need charger horns. Intact. Yeah, that. Just be sure to shoot them off before the machine goes down, otherwise they break. But the real innovation...
There's a mean one east of here.
Boomer! You get him for me. It's yours. My treat.
You have a deal.
It's you. The machine hunter that bailed out the Karja.
Never heard it put that way before.
What do you want?
Heard you've been hassling refugees up by the cliffs.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. There's salvage up there. A Stormbird. Nailed it myself with the harpoon here in town. Not an easy shot if I do say so myself. It clipped its wing. And it crashed into the old tower up there. Killed it quick. Yeah, so if anyone's hassling anyone, it's the Shadow Carja filth that's blocking the way up to my claim.
And you're ready to crack some skulls to get to it?
No need. It's a raggedy bunch. Probably all starved before I have to lift a finger.
We'll see about that.
Oh yeah, we will, won't we? Now shop's closed to Carja lovers. On your blasted way.
Oh, hi!
The Savior needs some battle practice.
You wanted to...
Well, you know better than that. Not just against me. Name's Oder. Best place to practice close combat. Say, you, the Savior of Meridian, champ.
Who?
The Enduring. A legendary... I've heard the Tanakh. It's how the warriors get... And only the very best from the...
So, to find the Enduring...
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tanakh... 3 clans, 3 capitals. My guess is you'd have to beat all if the Tanakh don't kill you. But that's a far spark in the... I also offered challenges.
Who would I be fighting?
Well, I know you're the sage, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge. We only use dual blades and these drunken fool. You have to leave everything but your... But I'll look after your gear, not to... So, what do you...
I might be.
That's what I...
Left by now. Yeah.
Take it easy today, okay?
You think your spear can deal with that armor? Use attacks to energize your spear. Then hit your opponent with a heavy all-power attack to blast the armor off.
I'll have you know, I am the smartest man to ever stand that.
That energy doesn't last forever. Shoot the glowing part of your opponent before the energy fades.
Ho there. I know.
That spear can give you the edge in battle. Keep energizing it, and then your enemies. Triggering those energy blasts should help you vanquish your opponents. Nice to see you back here.
That's her. Killed the bristle bones.
I could get around faster if I find a charger to override.
Ain't that the savior?
Boomer said that Fanghorn should be nearby. horns before it goes down. Could fry that machine with shock ammo. Should have enough charger horns for Della and Boomer now. Just need a rib from that fang horn they were talking about.
That's not her. Can't be.
All right. Boomer said that fang horn should be nearby. There's the fang horn. Gonna have to take it down to get its rib. Time to ride!
I've heard of your adventure. My armor.
I know that look. You've got all the parts, haven't you?
Here you go.
Outstanding! I only need a few minutes to finish the prototype.
I'll take the version that won't blow my arms off. Thanks.
Hi. So did you blow up any machines to get the parts? Or any bandits?
You really like explosions, huh?
Here we go.
With the boomsticks?
Oh, you betcha.
Is it safe?
Probably.
Can I have one?
No!
Aw.
'Cause we're gonna make you something even better.
Ba-boom!
You lost or something? Need any help? Be welcome, Elred.
Narrow light. Last part of the Sundom before the Forbidden West. Karja Horn. That means the embassy storm soon. Hey, what happened here?
What do you care?
Don't you?
As it happens? No. You know, I was already having a crappy day, and now these two idiots picked my shift to climb the damn mountain. Wouldn't be so bad if this one weren't so heavy.
Wait, 2 idiots?
Did I stutter? Yeah, 2. Heard another one shouting up top. Sounds like they got caught between sharp claws and a sharper fall.
Someone's in trouble. Aren't you gonna do something?
Self-inflicted. And I got my hands full with this one.
You're seriously not going to help?
You seriously are?
Someone's in trouble at the top of the cliff. I better get to climbing. You look edible. Once you're cooked.
I live. My so-called bodyguard, you see.
It was...
Oh. Guess that's what a mountain climbing machine. At least I don't have to pay.
What are you doing up here?
That used to be a signal tower. The mechanism uses a special lens, which in some very and since the Karja are planning on tearing them down, liberate the lens. You get it for me, and the lens is from the other. I'll make it.
You said that was a signal tower.
In its day, it was a sight to see. All 6 of them, all lit up, all around the Daunt. They used to warn folks that the Tanax were coming. As you can imagine, the Karja spared. Hence, the fancy lens is in need of a new home before.
So, you're a thief.
I'm more what you'd call an opportunist with a good eye. Look, the Karja are gonna tear all these towers. They see no value. See? It's a opportunity.
Tell that to your friend. Why can't you do it?
Look, even if I hadn't hurt my ankle here, I'm clearly nowhere. Oh, come on. I can't. That's not what my father.
I won't make you any promises, but same with any other time.
Thank you.
Aloy.
Reyna. Well, Aloy, as soon as I'm up for it, I'll be going back to. But I'll stick around in case you want to get me. No pressure. Just.
I'll. Okay, I'm in. Okay, made it. And I guess that's the signal device. So the metal reflects the sun to send a message to the other towers? The snowfall is blanketing the land. Got the lens. I can trade it with Reyna the next time I see her.
Did you find the lens?
Maybe.
Ha! Let's...
Here you go.
Isn't that a sight? And here's a little something for you. Now, if you find any more of these, make sure to...
You got it.
See you around.
Alright, I should find whoever's in charge here. But first, I could resupply at my stash. Might be worth taking a look around, too.
Savior, tell me, are you seeking passage into no man's land by any chance?
Maybe. Why do you ask?
Well, to hammer it plain, there's treasure out west. Unclaimed scrap and ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band of salvagers that knows the lay of the land.
You're not afraid of the Tanakh?
Terrified. But I carry out most of my business in no man's land. Neutral territory and all that. Barren Light is our port of entry. When its doors aren't closed for an embassy. I was hoping your arrival meant they might be opening soon. I've got a business to run, after all.
I want that embassy to happen as much as you do. Believe me, I'm working on it.
Good to know. And keep us in mind. If you do manage to open the way, our main camp will be just past Barren Light. We'll buy any scrap you've got on you. And if you're looking for machine parts, we've got the best in the West. Guaranteed.
All right. Maybe later then.
If you could get those blasted gates open.
Guess I'm not the only one who wants to get those gates open. There's Erend. Looks like he's had a few.
Savior, I need your help. For the love of Dawn, Conover, give it a rest.
Savior, You're my last hope.
Conover. She's Meridian's savior.
It's just a...
Please, no one will listen. But the Eclipse... they're here in the Daunt.
Really, Conover? Aloy's the one that defeated them. You're bothering?
Some of them must have fled west after the battle at the Elite. I saw one of our sentries, Lorovic, sneaking off to meet with one. I tried to eavesdrop, but they spotted me. And then Lorovic tried to kill me.
Unfortunately, there's no hard evidence that connects Lorovic to... And since Conover doesn't deny killing his fellow...
What makes you so sure Lorovic...
Well, I was too far to hear everything. But I heard them both say the word Eclipse.
It's not the most outlandish claim I've heard.
Crying Eclipse is a convenient way to dodge it.
If I have to die, so be it. But if we ignore this threat, others are going...
Tell me exactly what happened.
Weeks ago, during a shift change, some trespassers slipped through the gate. By the time anyone noticed, they were halfway out the camp. Nozar didn't see the need to give chase. Let the Tenakth take care of it.
Nozar's not one to be sidetracked. He tightened up the patrol schedule, reprimanded the sentries, and everyone moved on.
But I couldn't stop thinking about it. None of us are careless, meaning someone left it. And Lorovic, well, he's always grumbling about officers. And after the incident, he started acting... So when I spotted him sneaking out of the barracks after hours, I found him arguing with... And when Lorovic mentioned the Eclipse, I tried getting closer, but the stranger took off and instincts took over. Sentries heard the scuffle.
Why don't you believe him?
We combed the woods. Searched Larovic's bunk. Searched it again. Look. Conover's a good man. But Nozar only listens to... And that fact is, Conover killed his fellow sentry.
No, but...
And considering there's no evidence backing up this Eclipse story, well, we can't question... Nozar's on edge with the upcoming embassy. But hey, if you find a bunch of Eclipse soldiers hatching an evil plot, please do let us know.
The meeting you witnessed, did you hear?
No. But the clearing where they met is just east of here.
A dozen soldiers have already searched it, Conover. There's nothing there.
I can see things others can't. If the Eclipse are in the Dawn...
Thank you, Aloy.
Don't get your hopes up, soldier.
I was hoping I'd see you around.
Huh?
Gentlemen.
That's our cue.
Taking the edge off?
Oh, the end of the world's coming. Now, let me guess. You're in a rush, right? So whatever you...
What do you know about the embassy?
Oh, yeah, not much. Only that Avad really wants it to happen. He said I'm making peace with these Tenakth. But from what I hear, they're not too big on the whole diplomacy thing. They do most of their talking with blades and arrows. So if you're heading their way, be prepared. Things might get ugly real fast.
I'll keep that in mind. I was, wondering if you were able to lay Ursa to rest.
Yeah, we did. Just assumed the crowd that showed up to pay their respects. Half of them owed her a favor, and the other half... In the end, everybody drank. You know, it's the rowdiest funeral since, what?
Feels like she would have liked that.
Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight. She would have put them all under the table.
What do you know about this place?
Well, nothing good. It's where the Carja dragged they took from the Forbidden West. Lucky ones became slave labor.
Your sac...
You got it. Tenakth made sure to wreck the place before they... I can't say I blame them. And now Avad's paying the Osram to rebuild it. No matter how much new stone they put up.
How have things been since
Your silent departure? Yeah, not bad. Helped Avad pick up the pieces after the battle with the Eclipse. I took a month to bury Ursa in the When I got back, I got the assignment to babysit Wadis on his way to the embassy. I thought that'd be a cakewalk, so of course...
You got blindsided.
A couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
I better get going.
Right, I'll have to do complicated A-law. Maybe just don't...
No promises.
I guess what I'm really trying to say is...
I know where to find you.
No, don't count on it. Be careful out there, Aloy.
You want to talk, business?
Yeah. Back to work.
Card your arm. To protect and...
Thanks, Red. Need anything else? You come see me.
Lighten up, Paid. You've got a thick wall of stone.
Are you in charge around here?
Ah, apologies, no. That would be... I'm Lawan, the second in command. So, what brings a...
I'm here for the embassy. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things under...
Yes, the Sun Priest really seems to like his... But the embassy remains... Commander Nozar has signaled our... But the Tanakh marshals have yet to...
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then.
I'm sure you do. But normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture. Oseram salvagers, a few especially brave. But no one's allowed in or out. They'll reopen. Once the Tanakh have left.
You said something about Tanakh marshals. Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. They arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate on behalf of... And by negotiate, I mean stare down our son. Paid over here came face to face with them for the first time. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that day, sir.
It wasn't.
So what happens at these...
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offered in exchange. The Tanakh returned personal effects taken that fell during the Red... This particular embassy, however...
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of prisoner, right?
Ah. The exchange has got everyone. You never know if an embassy's going to...
Where is this Commander Nozar? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him to open...
I'll take you to him. But the commander isn't one to break protocol. Especially when he's on...
We'll see about that.
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvin was thrilled. Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
There's the commander. Better brace yourself. And good luck.
Why the sun easily we can have peace with these barbarians? How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even...
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Ah.
Aloy?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley.
We appreciate your service. At least...
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness until the...
Yea, for as the first...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait?
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh horn, not even the savior of Meridian.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Laurel. Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior!
I don't care if it's the Dowager Queen herself! The gate is sealed until that horn blows!
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
Oh, that's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let her through, boys. Saving the world.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time. So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
There's no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is no...
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav. Once of the Karja High Command, last...
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was. Now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of... But such an association with the Karja, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe pain. And now you arrive.
I'm not here to cause trouble.
So you say. But I need to know why.
How did you come to be among the Tenakth?
It's quite a story. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to... I failed. They committed unspeakable atrocities. When the clans overran I stayed behind to help the last stragglers of and was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captain. They paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hekara. I thought I was dead for sure, so I...
So when you met the Tenakth chief, you did...
I'd kept my ears open as the Tenakth dragged, and I heard mutterings about a kind. So, when they flung called the Kulrut, thinking that by winning my life, or even the other Tenakth howled, but Hekaros, evidently, he allowed me to participate in the Kulrut.
You said the Kulrut is a Tenakth tribe.
Yes. But it doesn't pit men against each other. Instead, the combatants, believe me, machine while hundreds around you.
I know more about that.
Do you? Well, then I had hopes for freedom, but...
You wound up serving
the winners of the Kulrut must serve the chief.
You mentioned that word before.
The word itself refers to a kind of in practice. Part magistrate, I won my place, but many Tenakth still they did.
I guess that's one way to deal with.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue. To survive, one must... The truth is, though, the Karja speak it. I can't blame the Tenakth.
So then, are you still
Part of me. Yet there is much to admire about the... I've heard stories about 3 clans always at war. Hekaro and the marshals have crafted a delicate, and now he looks to the future. Who knows?
The Karja talk about Hekaro as
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only... It is true that he is feared. When I was first taken before him, but he is no bloodthirsty. I think that if you were fortunate, you would find that he only... I hope you do speak to him. So... That the Karja need to know what...
Yeah. I've never seen markings like that.
The Karja see ink as decoration. A litany of...
Looks like you vanquished.
I've fought my... But I feel that my life, this side show, before I die.
Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in or sipping wine from the... But I have another goal, and as someone who knows the Tenakth, I'm in a unique... If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to...
The Tenakth...
They're not. Chief Hekaro, no. Even if that change...
You asked why I need rite of... I'll tell you. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. It's... getting worse every day. Calling down storms, poison. The source of it all has gone west.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard an army of demons vanquished by a red hair. The burden of your task. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into tonight. A task so important. And it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Chief Hikaru knows the West better than anyone. He can be intimidated.
Maybe.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner!
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tenakth can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No. The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
The Karja have opened the gates.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tenakth!
Regala. Chief Hikaru's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaru has betrayed us. The embassy is proof. And all of you marshals are his accomplices. For this, I condemn you to death.
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
Lancers, form up!
They're riding machines!
Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Vashav! Come with us now, or not at all!
Archers! Light them up!
Get to cover!
Ah! Archers! Keep them back! Left flank! To the Karja! Run them down!
They're not gonna make it.
Open the gate! Kaja! Stand your ground!
Fire at will!
I don't have a shot! What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair! Lancers! Take the center! Get ready!
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge! Machine down! Get the fighter!
Just you and me now, Bo.
We've survived worse! Fight it! You're on target! I'm coming! Enough! You, Outlanders! I'll skin you both! Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
Granted.
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. I better scan it. I can break through his shield if I damage it enough. You're not stopping me!
You're as empty and weak as the Sorrow's word.
Gotta get through that shield. Now's my chance. I've gotta break that shield. Shields regenerated. Whoa.
Did you hear your friend call out in pain?
Need to break his guard. Hut! Shield's gone. He's vulnerable. That shield's not gonna save you. Your turn. Come down here and face me.
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today. Comrades! Mark this day! Today you have decimated the Marshals! Slaughtered the Karja! So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out!
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
I got you.
It's salvage time, boys.
Don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, what will you do now?
I have to head west. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tenakth territory if I...
Then you have a long road ahead of you. The Tenakth's true domain lies over the mountain, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tanakh territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. Though, her rebels approached with all those machines they were riding.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in them.
Are you saying the rebels let them into?
I don't know. But it's worth...
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Asura went out there before the gates were shut. Maybe you could check in on them.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere near?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you?
About Vashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tanakh. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of It's a cruel end for it.
There was more. He spoke of advocating for lasting...
Too late for that.
What will happen?
His body will be carried back to as a cousin of the Sun King. He will be accorded official. No soldier could ask for...
It's too bad.
At least Nozar went down fighting. Well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral.
Do you think the Karja will take action? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tanakh.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken. Sun King Avad. With that said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught up.
Vashav called Regala a rival. Someone that's not...
Yeah, I reckon he should have. Her attack was coordinated and precise.
They knew the lay of the... And they knew Vashav was going to be handed over. If the Tanakh were... She must have spent months
They had to have made somewhere they could lie low.
You said the Tanakh lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness and then new Utaru farmlands. Past that, their territory is split into 3 clans.
Right. I saw...
The desert clan is close. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable... Somewhere beyond the desert and the territories of the...
You don't sound...
I've only heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh, but the United Clans rose up against them. Forced them all the way back.
So no one except the Tanakh...
Maybe the scholars do. Scrolls have to be filled with...
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tanakh further west?
That's right. They're a peaceful bunch. At least compared to more taken to farming than...
It's hard to imagine a bunch of...
Make no mistake, they have... When the Karja were pushed back, their warriors chased... The Sun King has made several, but so far...
If they're so peaceful...
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles. You'd think that'd make them open...
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past back, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part. Karja and Asuram have been...
But now, it seems like Regala and her
Well, I'd never call no man's land. The ancient ruins of the remnants of some forgotten...
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before.
Well, in addition to the South, there were a couple of other parties of Oscar. Even saw 2 Karja scholars. Not sure if they're exceptions.
I'd need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return. And don't worry about your friends.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy.
I'll keep some extra on hand. So, this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spire should lead to Silence and Hades. And just maybe, the backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The Blight, the Storms, Regala's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would. The woman who led the ambush, Regala, had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge. Silence. What's his angle? Why help to knock the rebels? Good spot to test the shield wing. Before I climb down, and I can glide. It's taking over the land out here, too. Stay here. This must be the salvagers I met in Barrenlight. Looks like something's going on.
I don't know. You got some tough competition out there. If it isn't the savior of Meridian, and of my very own operation. Larend, say hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You know, if it weren't for this one, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. Nasty business. What the Tenakth did back at the embassy. But everyone in Barrenlight is thankful you drove them off.
So this is your salvage operation?
You won't find a better place to trade machine parts in the West. And soon we'll be trading in more than just that. For too long, the West has been, well, forbidden. Dangerous. But what if I told you we could make an armor so tough, so infallible, that you'd never have to worry about survival out here again?
I'd be curious to take a look at it.
Of course you would. And that's why I've asked my most talented salvagers to find what they need to make that armor. Each of them will present their work to me. The best protection will go on sale to hunters, just like you.
Lucky me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to back in Chainscrape. Larend can take care of you while I'm gone. Can't wait to see what you come up with, my boy.
Leave it to me. It'll blow all the others out of the forge.
You have got to help me.
What are you talking about?
The armor. I made a dozen versions of it, but none of them were good enough. And there are other crews further west. If they make better armor than mine, I can kiss that keg full of shards goodbye.
So you get a prize if Karif picks your armor?
A big one. And I finally have the perfect design. I just need the right parts, and fast. So maybe you'd be willing to pick up a contract and get them for me?
What would I be looking for?
Shell walker containers. Look, their plating's made to withstand a lot of damage. It'll make the perfect armor. I know it.
I think I can handle that.
Ah, thank the forge. All right. We scouted out a herd near here. Here's the contract. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You take the machines down. My people will pick up the containers.
I'll give this a closer look later. Thanks.
I'm counting on you, Aloy.